Alrighty, we are back again with the new crew. We got matched up with them again. So I'll go ahead and take out the same guy I did yesterday, but there's going to be a little different strategy here in this set of drives today. Go ahead on with the fair catch. This drive, we're not going to start out with trips corner strike. I would start out with that, but a play that's more important to me right now is trips tight end wide receiver corner. And why I say this is because it wasn't countered yesterday. So this is a good play to test the waters to see if this guy did what we did and went through and countered their most common plays. And this is a play I ran quite a bit yesterday. So if he has this countered, then I know to watch out for most other plays that I ran yesterday. But if not, then I can assume that most of the plays I ran yesterday are still open and they didn't take the time to counter us, or at least this guy didn't. So it is not countered. That's exactly what I wanted to see. We'll go ahead and set the blocks for that, and we will hit Gates, and unfortunately he drops it. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Antonio Gates. He drops a lot of passes. So we'll go ahead with trips tight end wide receiver, trips tight end halfback counter. We got the bad coverage. And part of the reason I don't like this play is because part of the reason I didn't like this play against this coverage is because my pole guard was slower than the other guards. So I switched them because Joel Bitonio is slower than Duvernay Tardif. So I switched them, and we'll see how it goes now. As you can see, he was faster out there, but it didn't do me any good. Not in the slightest. So now we are in a very, very awkward situation. Those two plays weren't countered, so I'm going to assume that he didn't go through and change his counter plan. So that means, if you remember from yesterday, empty trip shallow cross will be 100% countered. But I think what I'm going to run here is empty trip stick, because that's a play I did run yesterday and it was not countered, and it's a play that there's two separate options depending on the coverage scheme we get. If it's zone, I can hit the halfback. If it's man, I can scramble out. So I think that's what we're going to do here. Empty trip stick, and we're going to get a zone. So I'll step back just a little bit, hit Barkley, and he drops it. Okay. All right, I see how it is. I don't think I hit a fourth down yesterday. So I don't think I tested motion cross against this guy. But I really don't want to test it against him now, because I don't like testing new plays on fourth down, especially when I haven't hit any, when I've hit only one or two 100% counters. I don't like this situation whatsoever. Let's see what types of plays I've run here. I think I've run one of each except for play action, which I have. Okay. What to do? Let's see what we've got. So I'm going to run a pass play. That's just simple as that. Long pass or short pass. I'm not going to do anything special. I'm going to take a gamble and say that spread slot flags is countered, because they all really like it. So if you like a play, you typically counter it. That's why I have trips corner strike countered currently. Halfback angle is more than likely countered because it's an easy one to counter. I'm going to bet these guys have deep passes countered, so empty trips come back, bunch halfback clear out, halfback option, hitch probably. Motion cross is a fantastic option for me right now. Ooh, this is a tough choice. Not going to lie to you right now. I don't run trips tight end flanker spot very often, but because it has a corner route, I don't know how I feel about running it here. Because, like I said, this guy in this league will probably aim to counter more deep passes, and corner routes typically are routes that people want to cover. Bunch flanker drive is another decent play to run. It's a tough choice. 4th and 9, 4th and 9. So I think it's between punch, flanker, drive, and motion cross. So I'll run through the pros of each. Motion cross is fantastic on 4th down because it's in shotgun formation. You can set back, take the blocks, or set the blocks. And you'll run it to the left side. You'll scramble it to the left side. So your slot receiver will make a block for you. Even if it's not a fantastic block, he'll occupy the cornerback just long enough for you to get the yardage you need. But the biggest con is I don't know if it's 100% countered or not. And I really don't know that about punch, flanker, drive either. I honestly don't. It's going to be a gamble either way. Bunch, flanker, drive from yesterday, I know it's not countered, but it could be countered now. But I think it's my best option. So, 4th and 9, I'm going to probably use my scramble, more than likely. We'll go ahead and bunch, flanker, drive. I believe this is counter formation. Although I do like how that cornerback there is kind of slowly just walking into Terrence Newman. That's fun. That's going to be the highlight of this drive if I don't make it. Oh my goodness. That's disappointing. Not going to lie, that's very not good, especially because I ran for 9 yards. But hey, what are you going to do? EA's not going to fix their game, so there's really no point in complaining. I will go ahead and start out with trips corner strike here. No, that wasn't my problem. It's not why I caved on the drive. The drive just fell apart due to drop passes. And possibly a bad read on trips tight end halfback counter. I don't know for sure if it was a bad read because I'll have to go back and watch it. Don't even get the first down out of that. I just can't get a first down in this drive, or in this game right now. So we've got a blitz here, same thing, just move around in the pocket. And just long enough to get the route rolling for the tight end. We're going to go weak IPA post here. Almost get hit, but we're not going to get hit. We'll move forward to the first down. Here we'll go bunch flanker drive again. Because we're on the right hash, we're going to see that broken zone coverage again, and we're going to hit Barkley for absolutely 0 yards. Thought for sure I was going to be saying 20 plus, but unfortunately, none will be the amount of yards we gain today from that play. But Barkley makes up for it with a pretty massive run there. Again, same thing, bunch spacing, just use your scramble right up the middle. It's a brilliant play. Brilliant play. We'll see what the chat's up to. GG Eric. What happened with Eric? 12 points. Ooh, Eric. Talk to me, Eric. What's going wrong? What's going on, Eric? Talk to me. I can help you. Fair catch. Maybe I shouldn't have derived from the formula. Yikes, should not have thrown that pass. Bad idea, Mason. I just saw that Barkley was not going to make that block, so I had to make a snap decision, and I made the wrong snap decision. Oh my, don't tell me. Don't do this to me, game. And countered. Okay, well, that's wildly disappointing. It's going to be a critical counter. I'm willing to put money on it, so we're going to go backwards. Okay, well, now I have 2 options. I can go motion cross and try to get the scramble, or I can throw it deep and defy all of my instincts. You know what? I'm going to go motion cross. And it's countered. Look at that. I told you I wasn't going to run it on the previous drive, and I was right, because it's countered. But on this drive, just a disappointing loss. But, thankfully, if you saw what I just did, that is something you should definitely employ into your game plan if you're able to. We'll go trips tight end, PA deep attack. Go ahead and roll around in the pocket, hit Tyreek Hill, and we'll move out, try to gain a few extra yards. And then I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to cycle into a run play, which was the wrong decision. Remind me again to never run the football because I suck at it. Okay, how many plays? 4? We're going to go trips tight end halfback counter. I told you guys to remind me never to run the football. I guess that was a play ago, so you really had no way to remind me. If you remember from yesterday, empty trip shallow cross was countered, so I'm not going to run that. I would run that here, but I'm not going to because it is, in fact, countered from yesterday. So we'll go empty trip stick instead. Oh, this is tricky. I want to say this is man, but since this linebacker, James Harrison, moved all the way across the field, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Yep, it's still man. Fortunately, I did not have my scramble. And my, whoever that was, offensive guard, I think, let go of that block far too quickly. 20%. Okay. That was a short pass. I think we're going to go ahead and run trips tight end halfback corner here. Trips tight end wide receiver corner. I don't even know the name of the plays anymore. It's so late. We're going to get a 3-4 zone here, so the primary read still is going to remain the tight end. And he's going to get absolutely demolished. I'm surprised he even cut up from that. I didn't think he had knees after that. Wow. Spread FL drag. We're going to hit 3-4. Same strategy. Ooh, they jumped a little bit. I'm not going to throw it to Gates because I don't trust Gates. We're going to get the... I don't like to trust the same receiver twice because it's a recipe for disaster, in all honesty. Recipe for disaster. Bunch flanker drive. We are going to get this unfortunate man coverage here in which Gates or Hill will free open, and we will take it to the pylon, and we will score a touchdown. How about that? Okay. I don't think I used my scramble on that. I don't think I did. I think I managed to skim across the line for a yard. So I think we're good on bunch spacing. I think we can run it. Whoa, not run the football, run bunch spacing. So I believe this is countered now. Whatever I was saying yesterday, I was tired. Don't listen to it. But if you see 2, 3, or one of them, if they take a step back, assume it's countered. Just assume that if you see a lineup like this, it's countered, where all of them are lined up in succession. Assume that it's countered until proven otherwise. Like that. I assumed it was countered. It wasn't countered. And we sneak in for the 2-point conversion. So I'll again review my drives here. Unfortunately, we missed the first drive due to EA's incompetency. But hey, what are you going to do? I think it was a good start. Maybe I threw myself for a loop a little bit by not having this to use on third down, by not having trips tight end halfback or trips tight end wide receiver corner to use on third down. So I had to kind of improvise with a play that I'm not super familiar with. So maybe that was my downfall, just not having my option. And then maybe I made the wrong read on trips tight end halfback counter. I don't know. I'll have to look back at the footage when I watch it. Let's see. Empty trip stick. I think I made the right read there. I did as best as I could with that play. Barkley just dropped it. It was just an unfortunate drop. I think same with this one too. I did kind of throw it in a precarious spot, but he could have caught it and he should have caught it, frankly. So there's not much I could have done with that. And then I rushed for the 9 yards that was required. Obviously, in the game I was short because I knew I was short when I got tackled. When the tackle animation started, I knew I was going to be short. And then solid drive here, went right back to the formula that I always use, and it worked out really well. And then, of course, I just get blown up everywhere here. Made a bad read on first down, made a bad read on second down, got critically countered on third down, and somehow was able to pull that out. Thank you, Julio Jones, for that. I would be very upset if I only scored 8. Good formula here. Never run the football again, ever. Good run play, actually. After I swore off running the football, I can come up with a good running play. How about that? Full of surprises this game. Good play here. Probably could have thrown it to Antonio Gates on spread FL drag. I just don't like to throw it to the same receiver twice. It's just my thing. You know, everybody's got it. And I just don't like throwing it to the same receiver twice. I've run it a lot of head-to-head. I've tested that a lot in head-to-head. And from what I've found, for the most part, a receiver will drop 1 out of 2 passes if you throw it consecutively to them. 1 out of 2 or 2 out of 2. Rarely do they catch double passes, for me anyway. Now, the game plays differently for other people, so I don't expect that stat to be game-wide for everyone, but for me, that's how it is. So you just have to adapt to how the game plays for you. Like, a lot of people said back in the day, back in February, that Super Bowl Gronk was the best card that they'd ever had. This is the best tight end that they've ever used, and I used him for a little while, and he dropped everything, so I just didn't use him. Same with the Tournament Hunter Henry, if you can believe that card that was popular a long time ago that people still use. I used him for the longest time, and then he started to drop a lot of passes, cost me a lot of points, so I just got rid of him. So like I said, the game plays differently for everyone. Play head-to-head, seriously, play head-to-head, play all-pro. Find what plays work for you, find what statistics work for you. Like, if you find running the football is the best, then do that. If you find throwing, then do that. Don't run play action on 3rd and 4th down, you know. Just see how the game plays for you and work to that, because if you can figure all of that out now, next season will be a lot easier for you, and it'll be a lot less stressful on your league mates that suffer when people score poorly. So this LVL has been just not very good for us. Not very good at all. And that's not anyone's fault, really. We're just having a bad day. All of us collectively are having pretty bad days. Aside from Chips Ahoy McCoy, who always seems to pull out the really good plays, really good scores. You reach out. If you're one of these people scoring pretty poorly quite frequently, like you guys here at the bottom, you know, reach out. Reach out to Chips Ahoy McCoy if you like running the football. He's the primary guy to go to if you run the football. We'll look at his film real quick. He runs the football like an absolute pro. Look at that. And he's playing up. He's not playing the same or lower. He's playing up. 3, 4, 5, 7 overall. Every day he plays up. So feel free to reach out to him if you don't want to reach out to me, because he plays completely differently from me. He primarily runs the football. Very rarely will you see him pass. He calls a pass play, and then, you know, I think he wanted to run it there on Tripp's tight end flanker spot. Again, just running. So if you like running the football and you don't like passing, you don't trust passing, you don't like it, anything, go to him. Reach out to him. He'll help you. He'll be happy to. I would hope anyway. I'd hope he'd be happy to help you. I'm just kind of throwing him out there. I haven't talked to him about it, but I hope he's okay with that. And if you want me to look over your drives, record them, or just look over your film, ask me. I can do that. I'll kind of point you in the direction of how I play. So if you don't like that, you don't have to come to me, or if you do, just to get my input, you can. I won't give you suggested plays unless you ask for suggested plays. Typically, sometimes I do, depending on the situation, but most times I don't, because I don't like to force my agenda on people. So if you find that you want me to suggest plays for you to run in certain situations, please do. Please ask. I will be more than happy to. I'll suggest different plays for different play styles. You tell me what you like to run, and I'll kind of tailor my suggestions to you, to your play styles. So I'm just here to help. Use me as a resource. I'm totally okay with that. Yeah, and I think that's about it for tonight. only put up 16, disappointing first drive, but hey, what are you going to do? Complaining won't fix anything. EA is going to listen to EA and not anyone else. Maybe they'll fix it next year, but I'm not going to count on it. So, good luck the rest of you guys playing. Good luck the rest of the season, I guess. I'll be here to help if you need help. Please reach out. Don't sit idly and cost us. Don't sit idly and cost the league. That you're a detriment if you do that. And we don't want any detriments. We don't want liabilities. We want assets. So please reach out. Please know that you need help and come to us. We'll be more than willing to help you. All right. I'll talk to you guys later and record for you tomorrow.